or like turn it on, walk out, walk back in, be like, oh, what's on? You know?
Right.
Why
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Trick
I'll watch this
yourself
for a
into being
second.
like, oh, Barbie's on? Like turn it on and then leave the room and then come back.
I guess I'll
Oh,
see what the hype's about. Yeah.
yeah, it's already on. I mean, all right. Episode 97 of the Fair Enough podcast. The end of year 2 for the Fair Enough pod. We're almost to 100 episodes. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate. Bob in Detroit, Mike in Chicago, Jack in Detroit. It's a time of getting together. Or for some, it's a time of whites versus blacks in sporting events. You never know what you're going to get this Christmas season. But we're going to do a little recap. We're going to recap 2023, and we're going to recap a little bit of pop culture, a little bit of sports. We'll talk about that, the Rashard Mendenhall proposition, and then at the end, maybe we'll get into some Christmas stuff, some Mary Chrysler stuff. Sound good?
Sure.
How the boys doing? I feel like we haven't gotten together in a beat.
Yeah. Have we recorded since I've been in your home?
No, we haven't.
Oh yeah.
Michael took a little stroll down Detroit way.
Yeah, it was a
And
great time.
is that a new A's hat that you got on there?
A little A's hat. Yep.
I like that. A little camo action.
Yeah, a little. You know, I got my my inner white on my head today. You know.
I kind of like that.
No, yes. Well, you know, I do too. First of all, secondly, I was buying a jacket and it was like to get free shipping was like add 25 extra bucks in. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So pretty much got the hat for like 25 when it was like a $35 hat. So yeah, fucking went for the A's. I went for the Bob Brennan.
Yeah. My A's hat has become part of me at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, because it's black and white, like I fucking love
Yeah.
that hat. It's just too easy to wear. And I need to get a Tigers black and white one.
Dude,
Just the D on her.
I have seen so many cool ass Tigers hats that like I'm always like, man, I should buy this for Bob. But I'm always like, all right, dude, what is going on? Like, no, like you don't just go buying another man gifts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be buying this guy a hat. But I'm always
you can always buy me stuff.
well,
you know that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also like, I'll buy myself that hat. You know.
Right.
But they make some cool ass hats. You just gotta find them. Especially the Tigers ones. The Tigers old logos are really fucking cool. They're really sharp. Like,
They are
kind of weird, but they're sharp as fuck. Like you can find some
you
good
just
ones.
got to find the right fitting hat. That's normally the problem. It's hard to buy somebody else a hat.
True, and it's sketchy to buy any like fitteds online because I've bought 7 1/8, and they fit two different fucking feels, two different sizes, two different everything, and I'm like, dude, this came from the same place. And
Yeah.
one of them was like a $65 hat, and I've worn it once, and I end up with like a ring around my head, and I go, oh, okay, I might be concussed at this point. I might as well take this hat off.
Right.
Yeah, very upsetting. So it's sketchy to buy stuff that doesn't have buttons or straps on the back anymore. At least online,
No, it
you
is.
know.
It is. You
Sucks.
can't do it online. I've donned I was gonna put it on some sort of a Christmas sweater today, but instead I've donned the Pistons jersey. I just kind of feel like you got to shed light on a subject at some point, you know.
Yes,
Might as
sir.
well be with your shirt. And
Yeah.
these boys are about to go for the record here, and it might as well be so bad you have to watch it, rather than just be somewhere in the middle, which is kind of where the Pistons have been, like around that 500 mark their entire since 2004, since we won a championship.
Mhm.
So now they're really going for it. They said our owner doesn't give two fucks. He hasn't said a word, by the way, for anybody outside of Detroit that's listening and is wondering like, oh, I wonder what the owner and the GM are saying. Nothing. They haven't said anything. The GM wrote a letter to the fan base in July And we haven't heard from him since. So we're just fucking sitting here. We're 25 losses deep. And we can get to the record before 2024, which is kind of dope.
Wow. Dude,
however you want to look at it. I mean, I think it's kind of dope.
I saw a meme.
Might as well be historically bad.
True. You're like, well, I've been a part of an 0-16 Lions. Might as well be part of the worst. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I saw something. It was like, you want to settle the GOAT decision right now? He's like, MJ couldn't bring the Wizards back. He goes, if you really want to be the GOAT, LeBron, join the Pistons, bring this team back. If you can do that, then you're solidified GOAT. And I go, you know what? You can bring this team back, he's the GOAT for sure.
That's a big fact. If you say Bronny comes out of USC and the Stones pick him up, and then LeBron comes here and he turns the Pistons around.
At the ripe old age of 42.
Yeah, that would be insane. I don't know how it would be. I mean, obviously, like the younger people would be like, fuck yeah, LeBron's coming to town.
Yeah.
I think the older people, like our dad's age, like my dad hates LeBron. And it's because they used to kick us out of the playoffs every year when he was with the Cavs, like right after the Pistons won the championship in 2004. After that, we were fucking battling the Cavs in the East because LeBron entered the league in 2003. So it was just a war since then. And then obviously it quickly became not a war when we signed people like Josh Smith and other fucking has-beens.
Yeah.
But
Wild. You know what? I'll give LeBron his flowers right now, and I don't like LeBron, but when you just said that he's been in the league since 2003, dude, like I was 10 years old. I'm 30 years old. I have been watching LeBron longer than I have been able to wipe my own ass.
Isn't that crazy?
20 years, dude, like that is crazy. And the guy is averaging 25 points a game still, if not a little bit higher at this point. It is bananas. I mean, arguably.
Well, Jack was born in 2001.
Holy shit.
So that'll really put it into perspective for
I
you.
mean, that guy's been dominating the league since Jack's been in literal diapers.
Literally. Fucked.
I mean, I don't know if we ever see. I know Brady did it, but like we're talking the athleticism and like I don't know if you ever see another feat of this type of impressive physical fucking whatever you want to call it.
He's still doing it is what's amazing. Like he's still moving like he's young.
He's not a spot up shooter in the corner. He is the ball handler. He is taking the ball up. He is being dominant and forceful and physical. And fuck, this year healthy as a motherfucking ox. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I could suck it, but you know.
Did you see that quote that he had?
What was it?
He was like, I wanna play until I'm 40. And then he was like, and then I want to switch to left hand and play 5 more years and like break a points record lefty, and then I'll be done. And he could probably do it.
I mean, what an asshole, first of all. What a piece of shit for that. Oh man, there's been some funny things lately because of his age. There was one, I think they were playing like the Jazz or something, and he's like, "Is it weird being the reporter's like, is it weird being older than the coach out there?" And he's like, "Older than who?" He's like, "The head coach of the other team." He goes, "I'm older than him," and he's like, "Yeah." He, goes,
he didn't even know.
Yeah, he's just like, tough. Man, that's something. Like
that is tough. Yeah. Once you're older than the coaches, that's when that's so rare in sports now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that's sick. Let's run through some events here. We'll do pop culture first, and then we'll get into the sports.
Yeah, I don't
events and pop culture.
Listen, I'm gonna throw this one out there live on camera. I can go without talking sports ever again on this podcast if you guys were ever super down for it. I understand it's vital, and we have to kind of go through shit, but I can literally talk about sports never again. And I would be okay with it.
We could definitely do that. We could definitely just go science and food, and we could pivot to that at any point, and we might. There's no telling what's going to happen in 2024 with the Fair Enough podcast.
I wasn't trying to foreshadow anything. I was just saying in general, like we've been talking sports for the last fucking 3 months since football started. So I could, we could get off that one.
I think you got salty when we finally lost a parlay. I think that's when you were like,
no, it's not. No, it's not that, man.
We finally took an L.
Dude, with the fantasy and the fucking this and the that and the fucking hoopla, and it's like, I'm sports out as a person, not just as a podcast. Like I'm just like, dude, think about it. My fantasy match was I started 2 guys that didn't play because like I was just so done and was sick. I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, it's beside the point. We don't have to get into that. Let's talk pop culture. Let's talk fucking music. Let's talk hookers, blow, and good times. What do we got?
Let's do it. We're gonna start with your girl.
Who's my girl?
Because the 2023 pop culture season kind of started with the Super Bowl and the halftime show when Riri came out and was pregnant, and also put on a banger halftime show.
She did.
I wanted to start it there because I mean that was kind of like, I think people didn't really know what to expect with that halftime show. And then not only did she, in my opinion, I mean, some people thought it wasn't that great, but I thought it was fucking sweet, even with like the levels and shit, how the stage was set up. I liked all that. And then the pipes, everything's still good to go.
Yeah, the sound quality was enough to be like, that was amazing. I mean, what do you expect from a pregnant woman? Like, she still was out there bebopping. That thing it was beautiful. I love Rihanna though, so it's so hard for me to be negative about Rihanna. It's unreal.
Oh yeah, no, she was doing just fine, and I think it was just, you're a hater if you didn't think so,
dude. Speaking of Rihanna, has she had that baby?
That's a good question.
Has had to have, right? I follow her on like socials, but I don't think she posts very much. And I don't know if she's ever
felt like she was ready to pop at the Super Bowl, so
yeah.
She had to have had. If she didn't have that baby, then she's growing like 6 of them in there.
Damn. I wonder what that baby's name is.
Oh, it's got to be something goofy.
Well, she already had a baby, right? Her and ASAP already had one. This is number 2.
That might be a producer Jack Google. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know how many babies she has.
I'll give her number 3 if she wants, dude. Willingly.
All right. There's your invite, Rihanna. Yeah. If you'd like to come on the podcast, we'd love to have you, and Mike will set up a proposition for you. Yep. It's not going to be any kind of Super Bowl money, but
they don't get money for
the Italian baby.
They don't a little Barbados Italian fucking.
Nobody's ever seen that crossover.
No,
it'd be one of one.
Bro, listen to this jazz. They have 2 kids. First of all,
okay,
their names are 2 sons, Riot. And RZA. I don't even know how you would pronounce
like
that.
RZA?
Like RZA, like SZA?
From like the...
Exactly.
Well, RZA was a member of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh.
So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But Riot is a phenomenal name, I think.
Riot's a great name. I think Riot's becoming more popular.
Riot Rocky?
What? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's sick. I didn't even think about that.
I wonder what his real last name is, because there's no way it's Riot Rocky.
I hope it's just Rocky. All right, so Riri, I had to lead it off with Riri because that's your girl. The person that pop culture just fucking took over 2023. It was Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour. 100%. I mean, took over 2023 pop culture wise, but it was kind of the summer of concerts, 2023. Not only was Tay Swift on tour, Beyonce was on tour, Madonna was on tour, Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen fucking blew it up for country. It was kind of a crazy summer for concerts. Shout out to the boys. Nickelback were on tour this summer. Like, there were a lot of wild concerts this summer.
Definitely.
Outside of the concerts, we had Barbenheimer. That happened this summer.
Did you see
Feels
either
like
of those
that was
movies?
Forever ago. No, I didn't, but I see that Barbie is now on HBO Max, so I might give that a watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them either. We might be the most unplugged fucking podcast in the world for that.
I want to see Oppenheimer really bad. We just didn't get to the theater in time. I really wanted to see it in theaters. Did you see that, Jack? You didn't see it either, right?
Oppenheimer? Yeah, I've seen it like 5 times. It's
you did?
favorite movies
Jesus.
of all time. Yeah.
Guy's sitting in the corner being fucking radio silent. It's my favorite movie.
That's all my shit. You know, that whole
Yeah.
movie is right up my alley. I did not see Barbie
100%.
though, but I also saw that it was on HBO, and I was like, I should watch that. And I was like, probably not.
So, all right,
I probably won't watch it either.
That's
To
so
be honest,
tough, dude. I mean, what's it even fucking about?
this
know.
is what I was just about to ask you guys. Is that a movie like, all right, as a man, do you like? Can you just go watch Barbie by yourself? Or do you have to like be with your girl or with a girl or on a date to be like, hey, I've never seen Barbie. You want to watch it? Because I kind of want to see what all the hype's about, but I felt too hyper masculine to watch it by myself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Can you watch that movie alone?
Depends on how comfortable you are.
That and you gotta like watch what you're. You gotta watch.
Oh, I could watch it 100%.
You can't have a candle on and like a blanket and sit on the couch. Right? You can't run it like that.
You gotta be front and center in front of a Barbie dream house, ready to watch this movie.
You could like throw on a pair of work jeans, maybe like a safety vest. Like rub your hands in some dirt. Yeah. And then throw or like turn it on, walk out, walk back in, be like, oh, what's on? You know,
right. Yeah, you're right. Trick yourself into being like, oh, Barbie's on? Like turn it on and then leave the room and then come back.
I guess I'll see what the hype's about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already on. I mean, I like that. I think that's the play.
I do too, because I feel like, I don't know, like, granted, I had no interest in seeing it, to be honest. I'm not like a giant Margot Robbie fan. I do like Ryan Gosling, but like, I don't know. It's weird seeing him in that light. But I don't think I'm not a movie guy though. So who the fuck am I even saying this to? I wasn't going to go and watch that movie anyway, but like I would have to watch it with a date for me to watch that movie.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the camp I'm in at this point after we talked it out. Twitter becomes X this year.
Does anybody call it X yet still?
Maybe the most
other than Elon?
Nobody gives a fuck rebrand that there ever was. Everybody just calls it Twitter.
For the biggest fucking social media brand on the planet, I mean, other than maybe like Meta, I guess. But like, I mean, come on, we're talking Twitter and nobody gives a fuck. I don't.
My favorite app for sure. Twitter.
Yeah.
I fucking love Twitter. Like when people tell me that they don't have Twitter, it blows my mind. I'm like, how do you get any news? Like, how do you know what's going on in the sports world? Twitter is so important for all that shit.
I didn't use Twitter until this year.
And that blows my mind.
Because you know why? Because my fucking degenerate, this is why I need to lay off the sports. Because my degenerate ass wanted to follow guys that I was tailing betting, and that's where he would post his bets first. What kind of scumbag do you gotta be to fucking create an account for that reason? God, I need help. Jesus.
I think you're like half the men in America at this point. Unfortunately, we're all down that road.
Yeah, I know. But most of no. But the thing is, though, most of us already had the fucking app. I was like, oh, I could get a little more juice if I fucking download Twitter. Sure,
that's true. That's true. That is a DGen activity. Activity. But we condone it. We condone that here. No shame.
I will say though, Elon, if Elon wants to ever come on the show, more than welcome. I want to see less people
get us some Cybertrucks.
Or I'll take a truck. I'll take a Tesla truck. But I want to see less people getting beat up. I want to see less people getting robbed. I want to see less people dying on Twitter. If you can make that happen, Elon, that'd be great.
That's brutal, dude. It happens. I'm down that algorithm right now too for some reason. I thought it was the holiday season. I'm seeing people getting fucking pushed in front of trains. What's going on here?
It's disgusting, and it's so hard because it's like you have to watch it. You have to. It's fucking gross. I hate it, especially with all the shit happening with the Israel Palestine. Like that is one thing in its own. So it's like I'm seeing that shit happen. Then I'm also seeing all these Chicago shit, and I'm like, oh my god, dude! If I see someone else die, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, dude. We got to get off that algorithm. There needs to be like, you know how there's like the For You. And then there's like people you follow. There needs to just be like a tab that's just positive, and it's just all like just positive shit.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. We need
like
emojis.
Dogs playing. You know, like you pick up a sick recruit at your favorite college. Like just
Cooking
good
videos.
news. Cooking videos. Yeah. Like, we discovered a planet today, shit like that.
Yep.
Yes, I agree 100%. Elon, make it happen.
Speaking of, we discovered a planet today. Some crazy shit happened yesterday in the world of science, and I'm going to give a brief synopsis.
Thank you. I would love that.
We achieved something that we've been trying to achieve for the last 60 plus years, and we have fully ignited a fusion reaction, which means that for the first time ever, we are getting more energy out of a system than the energy that we're putting in, which is technically not supposed to be possible unless you use hypothetical fusion. Well, it was hypothetical until we fucking did it yesterday.
So what does that mean for the world?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Once we dial this shit in, it's pretty much fucking what Tony Stark had in his goddamn chest.
Oh. It's like a mini nuclear reactor, like the power of a nuclear reactor in like this fucking tight space. It's nuclear fusion by a landslide. I mean, like by several tens of factors at least more power than nuclear, which is fucking insane. But yeah, pretty crazy. That's pretty dope.
That's fun.
It sounds to me like it was kind of like the stuff that Bob Lazar was talking about that he found, or that he talked about that it was at Area 51. Like he would talk about that orb that like you couldn't push on. It was basically like two magnets coming together, but there was like, if you push on, it's fucking pushing you harder back. It's like not pull energy, but it's pushing off,
creating its own gravity.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Well, dude, and that's how he said that all those ships and shit were from those.
So it is the same technology.
No, this is completely different.
Oh, okay.
The fusion is, but those are sick. I fucking love when he talks about that jazz. But yeah, crazy town, and there's all sorts of reports coming out. Like people are doing journals and actual studies on it, and the people that did it are releasing some shit over the next couple days. So maybe some crazy shit, maybe not. I don't know, but I read a bunch about it today, and I was like, this is nuts.
Damn, dude. Top 2 headlines of 2024. Fair Enough podcast goes off of sports, and then number 2, fusion.
Fusion, baby.
Yep. Lastly, for pop culture, I mean Taylor and Travis. It's Taylor again, but Taylor was so big she deserves 2 items on this list. Taylor and Travis has taken over the internet, especially when she attended that first Chiefs game. It was fucking bananas ever since then. So I got so many sports ones. We're gonna run rapid fire.
Fuck about that or no?
I don't give 2 shits about it.
All right. Yeah, because like it's all over my feed, and I don't even click on the shit. And I'm like, what are we fucking doing here?
Well, and a lot of people complain about it on the broadcast, like vocally on Twitter, and that kind of weirds me out too. Because I'm like, dude, do you really care that much? Like you see it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
See that?
Like it's just like it doesn't bother me enough. Like if she was like taking like I'm missing plays because of her, then I'm pissed. Yeah. That's not happening though.
Yeah, and I'm not like upset about it. I'm not a T Swift hater by any means. But it's just like, holy fuck, man. I don't know.
Think about it though. The thing is though, these people that bitch and moan, Taylor's on the screen again, but like. It's a business, dude. It's a business. They're just looking for ratings. And when Taylor fucking Swift's name, number, fucking toenail pops up on that screen, it's ratings, dog. I mean, fuck. Think about anything, dude. How sad are you when your favorite player gets shipped away and you're like, that's the business. Well, this is the business as well. It's part of it all. You know what I mean?
Probably made a fuck ton of money from an entirely new fan base. A bunch of people that would have never watched an NFL game.
Yeah.
Let alone
100%.
Like Chiefs and Jets. Like nobody's watching that fucking game.
Yeah.
T-Swift fans are.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's run through sports. There's so much. You're going to like some of this, Michael, because I included there were a lot of big UFC fights in 2023, and I included a lot of those in here too. So let's go through it. We're going month to month, baby. January, Georgia kills TCU in the national championship game, maybe the worst national championship ever. Final score, for those that don't remember, 65-7. It was that bad, folks. It was that bad. And to egg on my face, Michigan couldn't beat this TCU team. Yikes.
Yikes is right.
So the 2023 national champions were the Georgia Bulldogs. Then in February, maybe one of the better, more entertaining Super Bowls. Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35. I forgot that the final score was that close, and the Chiefs were down 10 at halftime.
Yeah, great game.
Good Super Bowl. Two good teams where it was like power against power, where you were actually really psyched to watch the game. So there was no like this team made it in. It is what it is. We're gonna watch the game anyway. It was, I thought the two best teams got there.
Side note, one of the most electric bets that I didn't actually bet it, but all the people around me bet it, was at least one doink on a fucking crossbar, or on a field goal post, and that cashed in like the first fucking thing, dude. And I was with the people that played it, and I was like, oh my God, what a play. Anyways.
That's electric. I think I can't remember if the national anthem hit, if it was over or not.
I don't even remember who sang the national anthem, to be honest with you.
I don't either. Also February, Makhachev Volk won. Makhachev beats Volkanovski. The good one.
And that was, damn. That was a good fight. I personally think Makhachev won that fight, but all the arguments for Volk, I was like, I can see what you're saying too.
Because that was the 5-round decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And damn, that was a good freaking fight.
That was a badass fight. That kicked off 2023 UFC with a fucking bang. And then March, we got a little bit more UFC. John Jones submits Cyril Gane. John Jones comeback and proves to everybody that he's still the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Yep. Best ever.
In round 1 in fucking 2 seconds, basically, from what it felt like.
Yeah,
and it was over.
Stop.
Anything else on John Jones?
No. Hopefully, as a swift recovery, he gets back in the fucking octagon next year and still is good. But no, absolutely. I got nothing left on Johnny.
To no one on the Fair Enough podcast, surprise, the UConn Huskies win the national championship in March. Mike and I called it from the fucking get-go. This is the best team. We were saying it in fucking January. After I went on, I think it was early February, I went on that trip to Austin with Savannah, and I watched them play Creighton. And I don't know why that game sticks out in my head, but I was like, holy fuck, this team is like built to win this thing. Between the bigs, the shooters, like the bench, everybody was discussing. We were all over that one. What we were not all over, and nobody in the country was all over, was the Final Four, being San Diego State, Florida Atlantic, and UConn and Miami. Nobody saw that shit coming. All 4 1 seeds lose before the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Purdue loses to Fairleigh Dickinson. Everybody on the fucking planet saw that coming. Purdue was the weakest 1 seed there ever was. So very good tournament last year. And then on the women's side, even LSU and Iowa in the national championship, it was kind of that Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark rivalry, which is kind of interesting to follow too.
Yeah. I like, the one thing I will say on that too now is that I've been saying this, but Caitlin Clark is the best female basketball player to ever step on the fucking court ever, and she's not even in the league yet. And
she's a dog.
Angel Reese can go out and always say, "I got her ass," though. Granted, that's a team game, but I mean, she was the biggest part of that team. But Caitlin Clark's bad bitch though, real bad bitch.
The Stones should draft Caitlin Clark.
Dude, I would like to just.
We need a shooter so bad,
dude.
And I know it's like, like she can't drive the hole or like do anything like that. She can fucking post up at half court for all I give a shit. Like, just give her the ball and let her shoot.
Dude, Klay Thompson has made a fucking career. He's a top fucking 5 3-point shooter ever from just coming around the screen, pull up, jump shot.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
Klay Thompson has been inside of the paint single digits in his 10-year career.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
it's possible. So that's March. UConn, John Jones, LSU.
Mikey's 30th birthday.
Michael's 30th birthday. Oh, that was a banger too.
That was a great weekend.
April, John Rahm wins the Masters. Kind of a weird Masters. Tiger was there, and it was kind of. Or did Tiger play in the Masters? Or was he not in the Masters?
I think he withdrew after Friday or Saturday or some shit.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Rahm's going to live though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I don't care that he went to live, but all the shit talking that he did, he can't really say much about it at this point. He just gotta bite his tongue.
No.
What a pussy for taking all that shit and then coming on down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the tough part.
Bro, Mike, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. You'd be a moron to not take a higher paying job doing less work. It's weird that he stood on it prior.
He stood on like the shotgun start 3-day tournament, how that wasn't golf. Like how that wasn't that's the part. The money I get. It's all the shit for the format he was talking that now he's like, oh yeah. It's like, dude, we get it. It's money.
I don't think he spoke on it yet, but it'll be interesting to hear kind of what he says,
Oh, I can't wait for the Ryder Cup for all the when they just all the championships where they all come together, like the Masters and shit, who's gonna be in each other's group. Oh, man, should start fighting on the golf course, dude.
Now we're talking.
Hell yeah, a couple purposeful shanks.
Yeah. He's in the woods, you said? My ball will find him. Yeah. I would love that. April, John Rahm wins the Masters. NFL draft also in April. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud go back to back. Stroud looking like a fucking absolute dog in the league already. Sick to see finally an Ohio State quarterback does it. And then Bryce, I don't know how you could judge anybody in that Carolina Panthers offense or organization. They fired Frank Reich basically after 3 games of him losing, and they're like, dude, you're supposed to win the Super Bowl this year. He's like, was I really? And then they can him. So total dysfunction. I think Bryce still has a chance to be good. Always tough to fucking start out in a place like that, though, man.
Yeah, I think Bryce runs into a Justin Fields type situation.
I think so too.
He'll go somewhere else and get another shot and be good, I think, system-wise.
Yeah. I think his second life has a shot for sure. Skip May, not a lot of sports things happening in May. It's kind of a down month. June, then we get into finals season. Nuggets beat the Heat in the finals. Kind of a weird that the Heat got there. I think everybody kind of was on the Nuggets bandwagon from day one, but interesting stat I heard on the Nuggets today too. And this is just because people were shit talking the Pistons on the radio. Pistons are last in 3-pointers attempted and 3-pointers made. Nuggets are first in both of those categories. So if you want to win the NBA championship, you got to shoot the triple well. And I think that's kind of been shown by the Warriors runs too. So Nuggets beat the Heat, and then the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Florida Panthers and win their first NHL championship, which is fucking tough if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs or somebody else that's been like, holy shit, we can't even get there. This team comes into the league for 5 minutes and wins the whole thing right off the get-go and gets to, 2 or 3 finals? 2?
Yeah, 2. I think
their first year and then this one?
Yep.
And then Boston out in the first round to the Panthers after setting a league record 135 points. Just goes to show you, kids. Playoffs are a different animal.
Yes, they are.
And lastly, for June, Wemby goes first overall to the Spurs. Spurs also trying to set the record for losses as well. I don't know if they've won. Do you know anything about that? Have they
Yeah,
won recently? I know they were in the
think-
20s.
I think they just beat the Lakers or some shit like that to break the streak. Because I know they were playing the Bulls and we beat them, and then like the next game, and it was weird because the Lakers spread, it was only like -2.5, and I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense, and it made, of course, because fucking the Spurs ended up beating them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They may have came back and won, but I'm pretty sure they've won.
Yep, I think you're right. July, Vlad Jr. wins the home run derby. People forget. First father-son duo ever to win the home run derby, Vlad Sr., Vlad Jr. I was hoping that was going to happen the first time Vladdy was in it. I mean, it was sick to see it happen this year, though, especially with the Pete Alonsos and Arozarena made a big run. Like, it was actually kind of a good home run derby.
Yeah, they need to, dude. They need to change the format. The 1v1 thing is fucking. It's just not fair. Sometimes you can put up 25 home runs and lose, and then the guy with 19 home runs wins in the first round. I hate it. The seeding.
So you think it should be? Do you think it should be overall, like most home runs hit?
At least the first round, man. I mean, there's 8 hitters in there, and it's like, dude, the first round, it should just be whoever can go dong sauce as many times this in the amount of fucking time you get, and then maybe after that, you do like, okay, whoever had the most home runs faces the guy with the last, like the fourth most, and then 2 and 3 play each other. Then you go 1v1 for 2 rounds, but the 3 rounds of 1v1, it just sucks, I think, because people get snubbed.
Yeah, people get kicked out that shouldn't, for sure. Also, July, Gaethje Poirier fight number 2. Gaethje wins this one.
Unreal.
Is there a 3 on the schedule?
No. I think Gaethje's scheduled to fight. Who's the fucking champ right now?
I don't even remember.
I think Gaethje is in line for a title fight, if I'm not mistaken. Once he beat Poirier.
August, kind of a soft month too, kind of ramping up to football, but Sugar Sean O'Malley beat Aljamain Sterling in August. That was kind of the lone sports thing that happened. And Sean's set to fight again pretty quick here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fighting.
I think in January.
Cheeto. He's fighting Cheeto Vera.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we get into September. We get a little college football starts. Texas beats Bama, which people started to remember late November that Texas beat Bama, and it caused a whole lot of hoopla going into the playoff. OSU also beat Notre Dame. Those are kind of the 2 big college football games in September. Then into the NFL, Lions beat the Chiefs for the opening game, ruined the Chiefs' flag-raising ceremony, which was really fucking dope. Your boy was there. We own that place. Geha Field might as well be Ford Field South. Rodgers dies on Monday night. Maybe the coolest entrance in NFL history. Rodgers running out on Monday night in New York with the flag on 9/11. Dies 1 play later. Pretty fucking insane.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's September. October, Makhachev beats Volk again.
Convincingly this time, though.
People forget, though, Volk wasn't supposed to be in this fight. It was supposed to be Makhachev, Charles Oliveira, and Volk fought in July in featherweight, retained his title, and then had to go fight again. Quick turnaround in October.
Yep, no excuses. Don't take the fight if you're going to use that as an excuse. But anyways.
Absolutely.
Makhachev's good. Oh, that's why I think Gaethje's scheduled to fight. Like that's his next fight. Gaethje will be Makhachev, unless they let Oliveira come back and fight. But I know Oliveira got hurt, so I don't know who. Like Gaethje's next fight should have been a title match, but now with the Oliveira getting, I don't know if he gets bumped out of the ranking. You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Also, October, Rangers won the World Series.
Beautiful.
Kind of a boring MLB playoffs, but I think people were happy with the result.
Great for baseball, I think. Great for baseball. Mm-hmm. Very boring the way it ended, but fucking beautiful for baseball. Fuck the Astros. Fuck the Yankees. Fuck the fucking whoever else is usually in it.
Yep.
Fucking go Rangers.
Yep. And Rangers were leading in so many, especially batting categories, the entire year, and it was like, holy shit, if they get ousted quick, it's really going to suck for baseball. So yeah, I'm glad that the stats kind of backed them up at the end.
True.
Then we get into November. Michigan beats Ohio State, and Michigan cheats. Maybe the biggest thing to happen in sports in November. Probably not even close. The Michigan cheating scandal broke out, and then Michigan proceeded to handle Penn State, handle Ohio State, get to the playoff.
Yeah, pretty convincingly.
Yep. FSU left out of the playoff.
Ooh, have we talked about this at all? Can we get into this? Can I just say my
go ahead.
thing?
Say your piece.
One thing, okay, and I'm not a Michigan fan, guys. I'm not. I never will be, never have been. I don't give a fuck about college football. But
Northwestern Wildcat.
The committee doesn't want John Harbaugh to win so badly. Jim Harbaugh to win so badly that they for the first time in the history of the world, they left out an undefeated Power 5 conference winner. That's how badly they don't want Jim Harbaugh to win, because they said, oh, well, Jim Harbaugh can't get out of the first round of playoff, but if they're playing a team with no quarterback, well, they're definitely going to get out of the first round of playoff. So, let's fucking take the streaking Alabama Crimson Tide in a weak SEC this year. What's the SEC? We can fucking justify it. Put them up against Jim Harbaugh. Alabama's going to come in, beat the shit out of Michigan. Michigan's going to lose again. Harbaugh goes to pro, out of college football. The committee gets exactly what they want, and there's 21 fucking kids, plus Jordan Travis, plus fucking the coach, plus that whole organization that got snubbed because the fucking committee hates Jim Harbaugh that much, and they don't want the cheater to win, and they put the Crimson Tide and Nick Saban's ugly fucking ass in because of that, and only because of that. I don't care what anyone says. That's my piece. It's bullshit.
I like that. I didn't know you felt that way.
It's unbelievable. Dude, there's no other reason to me. I understand the stats in this, but it's like first time ever, meaning they've never done this. So it's not like something they do every year that they snub a team. That they've never done this. This is the first snubbery of this kind ever. And I wonder why. It's because, Michigan's number one. They're finally going to win. Oh, they're cheating, but they still went 3-0 without Jim. They beat Ohio State, and they beat the fuck out of everyone else. Sorry. I just think that's why, and it's bullshit. Because now I think Alabama's going to beat Michigan, even though I have Michigan winning the national championship. Just saying.
Damn.
Yeah, let's move on to fucking November or wherever the fuck month we're at. I'm sorry.
Last thing on the list for sports, Lakers win the in-season tournament. Kind of funny. We started this thing with LeBron, and we're kind of finishing it with LeBron. Lakers win another... I think people are kind of comparing it to the Mickey Mouse championship of 2020, and this is like LeBron just wins these kind of things.
Yeah, but it was.
Are you
fun.
in that camp, or are you not in that camp?
No, I don't. I'm not in that camp. I thought the in-season tournament was the most competitive NBA basketball I've ever seen.
I think it was a hit.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, pre-fucking like playoff type basketball, dude. It was even more kind of intense than some basketball because it was so one and done. Like it was like you had 4 games to prove yourself, and you had 1 game per thing to get. That shit was fun. It was cool. All the studs played. All the studs studded. It was fun to watch.
Cool to see the Pacers kind of, and Tyrese Halliburton was getting so much love during that. Like MVP chants are breaking out. So that was cool to see too.
Like a small market team that you never are gonna watch unless you have unless you're a DJ like me and watch NBA League Pass and shit. Like you're never gonna watch the Pacers, but you're like, holy fuck, they put up 140 a game. Like it's cool.
Right.
It was super fun.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Adam Silver does it again. I mean, that guy is like the best commissioner in sports, and he continues to prove it over and over and over again.
Yeah, that looks like a penis.
Yeah, just a big penis head out there doing it.
You didn't put. How do you overshadow Shohei Ohtani going to the Dodgers?
Oh yeah, that was one thing I didn't have in here. Good point.
That was a thick one, and then them getting Glass now, fucking 2 days later.
Yeah, Shohei signs the biggest contract in sports history. I guess would be the highlight there. $700 million over 7 years.
And he
deferred 10 years, right?
Yeah, over 10 years, and he deferred it until like fucking 2050.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the biggest contract that will never get paid, is what it is. $700 million that the Dodgers are like, we're just not gonna fucking pay it. How about that?
Yeah.
And
How does
Ohtani's
he
like,
defer
sick.
it like that? I never really understood it.
I don't
It's
know
a
all
lump
the
sum
ins
at
and
the
outs.
end, right? He's literally getting $2 million a year
Yeah, so he's getting
over the 10 years.
Yeah, he's getting $2 million a year over the 10 years, and then I'm pretty sure so like Mookie Betts does it, the Bobby Bonilla thing. There's a lot of players that do it, and I'm pretty sure. So now he's gonna get like a shit ton a year for like fucking forever, like kind of. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's this guy. It's a day in baseball. It's called Bobby Bonilla Day, Jack, where the Mets pay this guy once a year. He hasn't played since like what, the 90s?
Yeah, or very early 2000s. One of them.
And they just pay him this like big lump sum of money every single year, and it's just Bobby Bonilla Day. Like he just gets paid.
It's like
forever.
$2 million too. It's not like $100,000. It's like
No,
$2 million a year. The
chump
guy
change.
hasn't swung a bat in fucking 20 years.
Yep.
That's insane. Well, I'm just wondering, like, tax wise, how is he fucking? I don't know.
I mean,
That's
he's
crazy.
getting his 700 eventually. I don't know. That's the thing. Baseball is weird, man. With their money, you can just spend. If you got it, you can spend it, and then you can move it and do it. It's ghetto. The no salary cap in baseball is fucking stupid.
What a dope gig Bobby Bonilla's accountant has.
No shit. Guy's got a job for life.
Yeah, he's like, you know when I get paid, July 8th. I don't have any money right now. All right,
Yeah.
June 30th, we ran out.
Oh shit, dude.
So that's it for the year in sports. Kind of wild. There was a lot of shit when I was going through the list that I forgot happened. Definitely all the UFC stuff. The UConn run feels like forever ago. Chiefs beating the Eagles feels like a million years ago. So, let's get into. I want to get into this Rashad Mendenhall thing.
Oh,
Craziest.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So for anybody that doesn't know what's going on, and if you're on any kind of sports Twitter, you see it. Rashad Mendenhall basically came out and was like, the blacks need to fucking make decisions and run the sports because we're the best. And after looking at the numbies, not wrong. But there have been some interesting cases here. And let me scroll you down a list of offensive defense. And we don't have to talk about the other side because we know how good they are. We'll talk about them in the NBA because I think it's more interesting. But let's talk about the white offense and defense for football real quick. Let me run down the list. Josh Allen at quarterback. Christian McCaffrey at running back. So we got a good quarterback and the best running back in the game. Receivers are tough. Cooper Kupp, and I say that we get Puka Nacua at 2.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, he's a Samoan from Utah. So all of his Samoan goes away when you live in Utah. So you're white. I mean, he's also Portuguese or something, which whatever.
Shout out to the boy Will Compton. I think he put it great in his video. He said if you don't say the N-word, we get to claim you as a white. And I don't think Puka Nacua is saying it.
Well, and also Puka isn't half and half. He's Samoan and fucking Portuguese or whatever. So he's not even
right.
He's not even in the realm. He's just in no man's land. We're stealing him.
Well, and Will was trying to say too that we get the halfies that don't say it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we get those guys.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that
we get those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you saying? We get Patrick Mahomes because you think he says it?
I think he does.
Okay.
Maybe on occasion. Maybe outside of the home.
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know if he does, man. But
you don't think that'd be an interesting experiment too. Just to poll the players and see who says it.
I mean, even if we don't get Puka, we get. I don't like how we're saying we. This it makes me feel like I'm in the Klan or something. I don't like this. But the Whites get fucking Adam Thielen.
We don't want Adam Thielen. We're trading him.
That's not a bad. I mean, and also, Adam Thielen's not that bad. We can run 4 tight ends. We have the best tight ends.
Oh, that's what we're doing, and that's where I was getting to next. So obviously we got Kupp, and then we got Nacua at wide receivers, and then insert tight end. George Kittle, Travis Kelce, TJ Hawkinson, Sam Laporta,
Mark Andrews,
insert tight end. We're good there. O-line, phenomenal. Left tackle, I like what our guy Nick Adams has here. He's got David Bakhtiari at left tackle, Joel Batanio, Jason Kelce at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and then he's got Lane Johnson at right tackle. I'd probably take our other Samoan there and put Penne in at right tackle.
Is Penne,
he's the best tackle in the
Penne
game
is
right now.
Straight up Hawaiian, right?
Big time. His name's Penne.
Yeah, we get Penne.
Penne and Puka. You're on the island.
We got the boys.
Then he has X factors as Tim Tebow and Taysom Hill,
which is hilarious.
Which is great. I don't agree with Tebow. I mean, I guess we could bring him out. Like if we get 2008 through 10 Tebow, I'm taking him all day. Then let's go to defense quick. D-line still solid. Nick Bosa, Max Crosby, Hutch.
I mean,
we're doing okay.
Yeah,
we don't really got tackles. Yeah, no, but let's just line up all the DNs. We don't need tackles.
Fucking 4 across. Yeah, we have fucking all. Yep. Yeah, easy.
Yep. Matt Milano, give him the green dot. Middle of the defense linebacker. Yep. Joey Bosa, another guy we can throw in there. And then it starts to get a little bit tough for the whole White team.
We got
starts to get a little bit tough on the back end.
We got Harrison Smith. He's an all-timer. Yeah, Harrison
Reed
Smith.
Blankenship.
Yeah, but cornerbacks. So
those are safeties.
So I was watching something. We take Adam Thielen and like that Justin Watson guy. He runs a 4.4 40. We just say, hey, just run with these guys, and hopefully our fucking D-line gets in there in time.
I like it. I mean, it's going to have to be a slow, drawn-out football game. Like, we're going to have to play Big Ten football to win this game. Like, that's the only way that we win it.
I don't know are there any white corners in the league, honestly?
No, I think it's that Cooper DeJean kid is the white corner at Iowa that actually, like, has a chance at doing something. But other than that, it's slim pickings. I think the last one in the NFL was like 2003 or something like that. I saw the other day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
and that's the most position on the fucking field too.
We got kickers and punters on lock.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
outside of Marquette King, but he's not playing right now
anymore. Yeah, so we got all of them. They got to go for 2 every time. We just got to stop them.
So I think they put up a fight for about a quarter. The problem is, and everybody says it, every Twitter comment you see that comes up on this subject, I mean, Tyreek Hill is just going to blow by all of these white corners, and that's a problem. We're going to need, like you said, we need Christian McCaffrey to play 2 ways. We need Justin Watson to be able to, like, keep up with him and but shit like that.
For one, chance. Also, Tyreek Hill's going to run past everybody. He does it all the time. He runs past black corners literally every day that he fucking plays football. So
that's
I'm not worried
about
that. He's going to get us. It is what it is. We fucking put safety over to help. We fucking double team him, and we hope our fucking O-lineman or D-lineman can get to the quarterback. I mean, as long as it's not Lamar, which I don't know why you would start Lamar. Hopefully they have someone that's a little more of a drop back Patrick Mahomes type, and we get to him. That's all.
So what do you think about, I think the NBA conversation is a lot more interesting. And let's just go 5-on-5 starters.
Yeah, the starters, very, very interesting. Very, very good.
Very good game, right? Because you'd have 100%. Jokic at center.
Yep.
You would have Luka. Where's Luka play?
He's a point.
Sabonis.
I mean, Rowan was saying, he said Luka, Porzingis, Luka, Lowry, Markkanen, Jokic, Sabonis. I can't think of. There was another stud that he said. But yeah, you got like Porzingis. There's AR like Reeves.
Yep.
There's a couple white boys that hoop in the league though. It's just the bench would be real thin. Tyler
bench would be thin.
Play too.
Yep. The bench would be thin. But I think the starting 5v5 would actually be an interesting game because who would they put out there? Who would be their center?
Embiid.
KD would start, obviously. Steph at point.
Jason Tatum.
At shooting guard.
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. So I mean, all the rest of the league
Probably throw Bron at power forward.
Yeah, I mean, dude, think about that. And the thing is, though, the depth. You can interchange Kyrie. You can interchange fucking whoever the best point guard is, and I can't even think. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton.
But if we're just going starting five, you watch the NBA every night. Do you think do you think the Jokic boys would have a chance?
Well, the way I look at it is that two of the 5 whites are literally the top 4 in the league. I mean, Jokic is the best basketball player in the world. Embiid is fucking a very close second. And then, I mean, who's next? Luka, maybe KD. No, not even KD. Luka, fucking. Also, can we get Devin Booker or no? You think he says it? He definitely says it. Damn, we're not getting Devin Booker.
No, we can't get Devin Booker. And Devin Booker grew up in Grand Rapids too, which is like one of the quietest towns you can stumble
What about
across.
like Giannis? Giannis is Greek. I mean, he's black, but he's Greek, dude.
Yeah,
That's a tough.
No, we don't get him.
That's fair.
You're grasping for straws, and I like what you're trying to do here, and I think it's very plausible in the war room, and you got to make these arguments, but we don't get these guys.
But I mean,
we get the Samoans. We get the Samoans.
We get the Samoans.
We get them,
but there aren't any.
We get the Latinos. There aren't any Latinos, so it's tough.
What about?
Tough
are there any
here.
Spaniards left in the league, dude? There used to be a lot with the Gasols and shit like that.
See, and that would be different. That'd be interesting if we had like Tony Parker and those guys.
Yeah, like Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, fucking Luis Scola.
That would make it a little bit more interesting. It's I mean, that's what the team is. It's not American whites.
Well, that's like what Gillis
says. Europeans.
That's what Gillis says. He's like, dude, that's why all the best white basketball players are from overseas, because American whites are like, no, yeah, I'll just, like, I'm good, they're not cool
like,
enough,
he says you see the black guy dunk in 6th grade, and you're like, well, this sport sucks anyway.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to play this. I'm gonna go play
hockey. Of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, we got Lauri Markkanen and fucking, Sabonis, very good players. And then you can either put a hero in there as another shooter, or fucking Porzingis is another big. And I mean, those guys match up with anybody. 5-on-5, that's a really good game. I mean, I do think that there's a little more dominance on the dark. That was fucked up. The black side. Because Embiid's so dominant, shit like that. But like just pure like basketball pull up shot, like make your own shot, fucking make playmaking.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get Steve Nash, Jason Kidd out of retirement. Maybe Jason Williams, get a real point guard in there.
Those guys would help.
Those guys would help a lot. But no, yeah,
I think it's an interesting conversation. I wish the world could get to a point where we weren't so racist, so this game could actually happen.
And the thing is, that's the thing. Exactly. If we were able to
we'll never get there. We're going the wrong way.
Make that happen without it becoming a political thing. But also, all these guys are Euros, dude. So it's like, other than maybe Reeves and Hero, all these dudes are Euros. So it's like, it's kind of like we could make it happen, because it's essentially like doing American. Well, Embiid is from fucking Africa. Giannis is from Greece. None of these motherfuckers are from America anymore, dude. All the best players are literally from overseas somewhere.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting. But let's wrap this shit up. We're going for an hour.
Just called it.
What the fuck? Did he just die? All right, everybody. It's been a real wild ride, and we love you so much. Michael?
Yep, absolutely. Fucking Merry Christmas. We'll see you before New Year. Everybody be safe out there. Take it easy. Go follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Love ya. Deuce.